Oh, yeah.
Okay, so much for too loud.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tim.
So much for the high production value part of the program.
Yes.
We we have
Yes, this is Emmy-winning material.
we have we have 14 minutes in total. So now we have 13 minutes. We got a minute gone.
Uh-huh.
To be safe for an upload, they say the limit from QuickTime is 15 minutes. So that's all I'm using at the moment, and I have to abide by that.
Okay.
So anyway, um, we could talk about whatever for another 13 and a half minutes and sign off and then come back.
Oh, I see.
And that will make a module that is 14 minutes long. So,
Oh, okay.
so there we go. I'm curious what that looked like because I couldn't really see it.
No.
So, what shall we talk about?
Well, I was just watching last night. I was watching your blog post for the, Jesse,
Oh, I
the
thought,
heart thing.
yeah, it's all very over dramatic,
Uh-huh.
like a reality show, I guess.
Yes.
However, the information within is rather creepy, and I'd never really seen it put together quite like that before.
No. Well, the actual information was very small, but it was quite important because it shows you what this thing is really for. It's for heating up the upper atmosphere.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm,
obviously, pushing the Van Allen belt or whatever's up there further up, and then letting it go like a rubber band.
yeah, that's right. And I read must be a year ago. Oh no, it can't be a year ago. Whatever it was, it's quite a long time ago about some guy saying that, and he was a Japanese guy saying that if they didn't go along on a certain issue with the United States, they threatened to cause an earthquake.
Yeah, that was on Camelot. That was long before the earthquake in Japan.
Okay. I
He
think,
predated the earthquake.
well, maybe I just saw it after the earthquake. So for me, it had a connection because it was tied in from my point of view to the earthquake because I read, even if that was an earlier thing, I saw it after the earthquake in Japan.
Yeah.
So I connected it easily. Yeah.
So if that's what this is really all about, then they're just pouring gas on the fire.
Absolutely. It's kind of like the atom bomb when they first blew it up. Some people expected that it might set the atmosphere on fire and the whole planet would go up,
Yeah, not a good idea.
which didn't happen, but the fact that they had no they had no idea. Boy,
Right.
that was pretty creepy, huh?
Well, they had no real idea of how to build the bomb in the first place. That's
Well,
why it was all trial and error.
yeah. Well, they did have an idea. I mean, they thought if they split the atom, it would cause a chain reaction, and I guess that is correct.
But how to do that,
Hmm.
because they didn't really split the atom. What they did was they ended up with the hydrogen and uranium mix.
Yeah.
And it's the two extremes that are suddenly interacting that cause this huge explosion.
Yeah.
So it took them a while. That's why the one guy who tried it the first time, he had to stop it because it was going to start a chain reaction right in the lab.
Hmm.
And of course, he died from exposure to radiation for the uranium.
Yeah, I remember that scene in the movie about the Manhattan Project. There was a movie about it. It wasn't a documentary. It was an enactment.
Yeah, there was a couple of them.
Is that right? Huh.
One was called Little Boy and the Fat Man.
That's it. That's the one, and that was Paul Newman.
Yeah, and then there was another one later on it. What was that called?
Manhattan Project?
And no, it had and one of the guys is said looking at this hole, which is conical shaped, this massive hole in the ground. He says, "Well, where did all the dirt go?"
Yeah.
Of course, he's just one of the security guys, right? There's no dirt to be seen anywhere, right? Just a big hole, very clean hole.
Huh.
But no, they had a heck of a time trying to figure out how to make it go kaboom.
Well.
But then, when they finally got close to it, they almost blew the whole base up.
Hmm. Well. Oh, by the way, I've been telling you that Nexus magazine had discontinued its circulation in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
I've got a connection at Nexus, somebody by the name of Richard, who says he'll send me a piece on what happened.
Oh.
I just sent him a reply, and I think Australia is about 3 hours, depending on where you are, 3 hours ahead of me. And so who knows, it might come in as we speak.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to find out, because it's almost like one of those kinds of magazines that they don't even want in America today.
Yeah.
Because it talks about all the stuff that they don't talk about.
Yes, they don't want the beans being spilled.
Yeah. And to Nexus magazine, that's big. That's virtually either a third or a half of their total circulation.
Yeah.
So it's 38,000 copies that get distributed to America and Canada. And whatever reason, it's been canceled or held up for possibly 2 years now. I only discovered it by happening to Camelot interview. He looked pretty good, but it was surprising. He was older than he looked. 70 something.
The ancient.
No.
We're getting that close, Jim.
Yeah, we got 1 minute.
No. Our age.
What?
Yeah. One more and a little bit to go for me.
What's that?
Our age, we'll be 70.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying we got 1 minute to go before we need to sign off.
Okay.
I'll call you back, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go and grab a second cup of coffee.
Yeah, good idea. I gotta grab a
So we
second.
can get this sucker up on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
call you back.
Okay.